Our next speaker is Tawfiq Ahmed, the Marketing Director at iWave Systems, a leading provider of embedded computing platforms and solutions. Tawfiq has been with iWave since 2020 and has been instrumental in driving the product marketing initiatives for the company. He has a wealth of experience and knowledge in the field of embedded systems and AI. Today, he will be presenting about the system on module built by iWave on the TI AM62A device, a powerful and versatile system on chip that offers high-performance AI capabilities. He will demonstrate how the OSM system on module can be used for building a product that leverages the AI features of the AM62A SoC. He will also show you a live demo of a retail application that uses food recognition and billing based on TI's Edge AI Studio, a software tool that enables easy development and deployment of AI applications on the edge. The demo will run on iWave's single board computer, a compact and cost-effective board that integrates the OSM system on module. The iWave SBC is connected to a USB camera and a 7-inch display to run the billing application. This presentation will give you an insight into the potential and benefits of using iWave system on module and TI's AM62A SoC for your embedded computing and AI projects. So please join me in welcoming Tawfiq Ahmed to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks Aditya and Aparna for this warm introduction. So my name is Tawfiq Ahmed, and I lead business development and product marketing at iWave Systems. And I've been with iWave since 2020, primarily leading product marketing initiatives for the different types of system on modules. And we are very happy to be an ecosystem partner of TI and enable innovation along the complete TI SoC, MPUs, and MCUs. So giving a quick background about iWave, right? So we are basically a 25-year-old embedded engineering company headquartered in Bangalore, right? So building a prime focus in terms of embedded computing solutions, like taking the TI and other SoCs and building the complete for the industrial, medical, and automotive vertical markets. So we are headquartered in Bangalore, India, and our manufacturing happens in Japan, Taiwan, and North America, and primarily serving customers worldwide with a portfolio of modules. Right, and over the last 25 years, we have helped help around 1,100 plus product development journeys, and completely from the ideation, design, and manufacturing. So who is iWave, right? So we are an embedded company, but like, what is our core strategy?
Can you please send everyone back on the stage because it's becoming a little noisy and I don't think that's right. Can you please send everyone back to settle down?
So these are the pillars around which iWave has built on, right? So our core expertise, which we have built on for the last 25 years, and we ensure that there's a strategy for the next 10 years as well, is building on our core embedded expertise of ARM, embedded design, system design, embedded hardware, software, the firmwares, and the device drivers. So that is in terms of our engineering expertise. And on top of that, we continuously build as part of our value proposition, have a strong innovation and R&D team, so a completely tech company with a global footprint, and then with TI sort of building this whole ecosystem, collaborating and providing solutions to customers to help you innovate in the industrial, medical, or automotive verticals. And we have a complete design and manufacturing ecosystem, so as a complete ODM partner, we are able to help companies in their product development journey. So as part of this building on our core competency, we primarily have 3 product portfolios, right? One is system on modules, and single board computers, which comes under one vertical, and then ODM solutions and services, where we do the complete embedded product development, all the way from the ideation, architecture finalization, schematics, layout, and all the way to manufacturing, and do complete end-of-life maintenance as well. So that's something we build on as a complete product portfolio, and focus on the industrial, medical, automotive, and avionics vertical markets. So this is where we try to ensure customers that any of the iWave products, along with the support from TI, any of our products are supported for a product life cycle of a minimum of 12 to 15 years, and make sure completely from a hardware and a software standpoint, you have the support from both of us. Right? And since this presentation is going to be more focused on the AI and on the complete the edge AI solutions. So as Artem said, everyone's now looking for an iPhone experience in all the other verticals as well. So you look at automotive, everyone's looking at maybe like driver monitoring to increase safety, reduce road accidents, cabin monitoring as well to increase safety. Autonomous driving is definitely all cars at different price points are trying to introduce in their feature set. And passenger experience, right? So how do you improve in terms of infotainment or in terms of different driving modes? So these are different AI trends that are coming up in the automotive vertical. And if you look at all these 4 verticals, a common theme is camera, right? Whether it's passenger monitoring, cabin monitoring, autonomous driving. Yes, you do have sensors, radars, but also there's a common element of a camera involved. And the same thing in industries, right? So it is the same concept in industries as well. Like how AI is also revolutionizing industrial automation, right? So automated assembly plants, autonomous mobile robots is happening across the whole industry, and factory automation, reducing your downtime, defect detection, and as well as safety and efficiency in industries. So again, a common theme, AI in industries is definitely a growing trend. Cameras and edge analytics going to play a prime role. And then an extension of the industries is your retail, right? So if I just take an example, an average user spends around 6 to 8 minutes in average billing cycle, right? From the time you take out items from the cart, you do the payment, and all the way you come out, you spend almost 6 to 8 minutes. So also, how do you better sort of help have better experience, as well as help retail companies in their experience for the consumers in the industry, right? As well as how do you have better inventory management based on how a user maps around the different the stores, where do they spend more time? So that sort of thermal analysis. So again, AI and retail is a big focus as well. So automotive, industrial, and retail. And now building on this retail experience is where we have a live demo which is built on the TI AM62AX chipset. So taking the AM62A74, which is a quad-core processor, and has the, which I'll also maybe spend more time on. So this is a production-ready single-board computer, and we have been using it for different types of AI applications. And as a demo, we have kept the retail demo in the partner showcase over there. So here we have integrated, if you look at the key components, there is a USB camera, there is a 7-inch RGB display, as well as the single board computer with the corresponding thermal accessories as well. So as a complete edge AI solution, it's able to run the off-the-shelf, the edge AI studio, the retail checkout studio is what we have implemented in this single board computer. Right, and this is maybe just a quick demo. So this is what we have, it captures what is basically taken on in terms of your retail cart, the items, and then there's an automated billing which is shown on in the display screen. So if I take the AM62A, right, since this is completely edge AI focused, if I take the AM62A, the AM62A is an extension of the Sitara MPU, which is primarily for image applications, right? It's more a power and cost optimized MPU for your different types of AI applications. So if I look at the key building blocks that make it fit for AI, it's basically it has like an integrated the C7X DSP with the corresponding the matrix multiplier accelerator, which can run up to 2 TOPS at 1 gigahertz. So you have different hardware accelerators for the deep learning and the vision processing, right? So again, for the vision processing, you have with the integrated ISP, which also has a lot of capabilities and is primarily making the AM62A catering towards your image processing applications. Then it also has your video encoder and decoder, which can take up to 240 MPS. And then you also have a display subsystem, along with a camera serial interface, which is the CSI interface, which you can also extend the length with some serializer, deserializer modules. And last but not least is in terms of functional safety and security. So these are the blocks which primarily make the AM62A catering towards different types of AI applications. And this is a high-level block diagram architecture of the AM62A. So as you see, it's a quad-core A53, which can run your complete powerful Linux applications. Then you have your hardware accelerators, which is the DSP with the deep learning accelerator, up to 2 TOPS at 1 gigahertz. And then you have the image accelerator so that you have, like for example, applications such as color conversion, pyramid scaling, or lens distortion. You have the complete hardware accelerators, including your video encoding, decoding, as well as your JPEG decoder. And then you have your R5 MCU also, which can run, suppose if you have your RTOS OS and a Linux RTOS, so that can run on the R5F as well as the A53. And then you have the complete peripheral set, which has rich feature interfaces, making it suitable for a wide range of applications. Right? So why am shifting gears from an SoC to an SOM? So why go for a SOM based, right? So there's always a make versus buy decision, right? So definitely the first one is in design flexibility and scalability, right? So once you design with the system on module based approach, you have an AM628 today, you want to go to an AM68 or an AM69, you can use the same carrier card, the same product, just keep on upgrading in terms of your system on module. So that comes in terms of design flexibility and scalability. The second one is product development cost and risk. Since the system on module is already being validated, completely tested, right? Your carrier card time to market, your carrier card development cost, your product development risk, all of them are go down by a significant factor, which makes you go, time to market is much shorter. Right? It comes down to this point. So your product development and time to market is definitely in sync. And second one is companies like iWave take up the complete responsibility of the system on module. So if you take the DDR, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the different components available on the SOM, we make sure that everything is available for a minimum of 10 to 15 years. So you're ensured of product longevity both from a hardware and software perspective. And last but not the least, definitely in the last 3 years, all electronics companies have faced the supply chain issue, right? So a system on module helps you to reduce your supply chain, your stress on your supply chain. So instead of focusing on the 200 different components you're going to use from a chip down design, you have to rely on maybe iWave for one single SKU of a system on module. And we ensure complete support working with TI and having a complete forecast and supply chain model. We are able to ensure better support for you. So why SOM standardization, right? If you go for a system on module, there are different concepts, right? You have SMARC, you have Q7, you have OSM, right? So why go for a standardized SOM form factor? So that is because of modularity and scalability, right? So you have iWave, you have other multiple SOM vendors. So you are able to have the easily scalable option depending on different form factors. And the current complete in terms of scalability as well, right? So you have one SOM on one MPU, then you have another SOM. If you go with the standard, you're able to easily upgrade. And the OSM, what is called as the Open Standard Module, is basically a solderable standard for system on modules. And there are 5 reasons why you choose an OSM. It's primarily because of compact design, ruggedness, shock and vibration, right? So maybe I'll just touch upon, you can see in the next slide. So this is what is called as the OSM module. So previously you used to have SMARC and Q7, which are pluggable modules, right? You need to have the edge connectors, but this is a new standard which defines a solderable pin-on-pin module. So here you have 4 form factors, which is the size 0, the small, medium and large, right? So all of them build upon each other. So when you make a product, depending on your constraints, depending on your size constraint, the features, you can choose which module you want to go ahead with. And when you compare the OSM compared to the previous standards such as SMARC and Q7, you can see that the pin to area ratio is much, much smaller. So in a much more compact form factor, you have much more number of interfaces. And the main advantage is, since it's soldered onto the carrier card, you don't have any ruggedness, the vibration, shock. So if maybe one key use case is your in-flight infotainment systems in aircraft, right? People used to go for chip down design, primarily because the system on module never used to withstand the shock and vibration because of the edge connectors. But with this solderable system on module, the size, shock, vibration aspects are taken care. So this is the system on module which we have built around the TI AM62A MPU, right? It's compatible with the A3, the A5 and the A7, right? And it has 2 GB DDR, 16 GB eMMC, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth integrated, complete Linux support, industrial grade, and is completely automotive grade compliant as well. So this is what you can use to ensure that your product development, we are here to speed up your product development, since we have this complete SKU is built up from iWave. And using the system on module, we also have the single board computer. So if you look at this is the same form factor as your Raspberry Pi, right? So it's in that Raspberry Pi form factor. So this is like a carrier board with interfaces such as Ethernet, USB, HDMI, RGB display or a CSI display. So this can also act as an evaluation kit or as a single board computer. So the demo what we are having in the showcase is built on this single board computer. And if you see the design, we have primarily integrated the system on module in this carrier card. So it's primarily a SOM plus carrier card, but it functions as a single board computer. So why the AM62AX SOM, right, for your AI solution? So primarily these 5 the key decision factors. Right? One is the cost efficient, right? So being the completely from TI as a cost sensitive and power optimized solution for AI. iWave builds on that and makes sure the edge AI solution is capable. The second one is in terms of the NPU and the AI capabilities with the DSP as well as the ISP and up to the AI capabilities. The third point is interfaces, right? Suppose you have an automotive system, it's not only a camera, but you also need CAN ports, you need Ethernet ports. So you also have the complete feature-rich interfaces available. Security and connectivity also available on the system on module, different, whether it's hardware root of trust, secure boot, secure key management. So everything is taken care of from a system on module perspective. And last but not the least is in terms of the compactness and the size. So iWave is here primarily as your embedded technology partner, right? So why iWave is in primarily these 5 factors and how we try to stand out. So we have an extensive portfolio. So we have a system on module, which we also complement with carrier card design in terms of enclosure, thermal solutions. So as a complete ODM solution, we are able to help you out. The second point is in terms of product longevity. So we are primarily focused on the industrial, medical, and automotive. So any product from iWave, we make sure that hardware and software support for a minimum of 10 to 15 years. The third is, as I mentioned, complementary solutions. So we are not a plain hardware vendor. We also complement in terms of the different software support, the different driver support, integration support, your product development, ideation, architecture, finalization. So we are here as a complete ODM partner to you. And the last 2 points, yeah, we are not a design company, right? We are also a design to manufacturing company. So we have a good design production ecosystem. Primarily 90% happens in Japan and the remaining 10% North America and Taiwan, dependent on the volumes and scale. And last is in terms of global distribution, right? So so we have a good sales ecosystem and work along global distributors such as Arrow, Future. So definitely we have a good footprint across the globe. And that is why with building on these 5 pillars, we want to be and position ourselves as an embedded technology partner and help you in your innovation, helping you focus on your software development. So that's where iWave comes in. And this brings me to the end of my presentation. So you can definitely come, maybe make a visit at the partner showcase where we have the complete portfolio of system on module, single board computers, as well as thermal solutions. Thank you.
Do we have questions from the audience? You can just raise your hands as usual. There are people who's ready to give you the mic. All right, the question there.
Yes, it also has an I/O connector, and we also make daughter cards, right? So, for example, you want to have multiple Ethernet ports, or want to have multiple display ports. So, it also has a daughter card as well as the I/O connector available on the SBC.
And if someone wants to purchase it, how do they do it?
So they are available on DigiKey and Mouser, and we are also working along with the TI team to make sure that the SBCs are available on TI.com. So any of these online e-commerce channels, you can purchase them.
Okay, thank you.
So I think I'll answer the second question first, right? I think my colleague Shamim also can add in a few points. So from a TI perspective, the support we got in terms of when we were doing the system on module design, in terms of compliance, in terms of validation, there was definitely unparalleled support. So we got very good support from TI, and also we work, the Edge AI Studio, if I take it as an example, right, the open source software that we are able to port, and also customers able to take it up as a base and then train it with their own data, improvise on the model. So that sort of software support is something that we don't see in other semiconductor vendors, and we see as a big value proposition on the AM62A. Right? And why did we choose the AM62A is primarily because as we have seen, every industry, right, is going towards the AI. They want to implement some sort of AI application. So that is where when we did when in terms of power versus cost versus performance versus a complete performance optimized solution, we saw the AM62A, and that is where we built this whole system on module journey and started out along with the TI.
All right. Is there anything else? Thank you. Thank you, Tawfiq. That was wonderful.